Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our do-over of our online lesson from earlier in the week, titled, what did I call it? Boost Your Bridge with BBO, I believe. So basically the lesson was in two parts. The first one was demonstrating how to load up hands that you had played in club sessions via LIN files, load them into BBO so that you could replay certain hands if you wanted to. And we covered all of that during the lesson, and Deirdre has also sent out all the material relating to that, so that should be all good. Unfortunately, when we moved on to the second part of the lesson, which was how to set up BBO to deal you specific hand types, there was maintenance on BBO and we were disconnected. And not knowing how long that maintenance would take, we decided just to call it a night and reschedule. But what I have decided to do instead is record the second part of that lesson only as a video. I'll put it up on YouTube and then anybody can grab it. The only real downside is that you can't ask questions as we go, obviously, but if you do have any questions during the video, feel free to type in a comment against the YouTube video and I should get a notification of that, so I'll happily answer the question. Otherwise, you can always email me, as I'm always happy to take questions by email. So we're in BBO and we want to force it to give us specific hands time after time after time. Usually this is because we want to practice a new convention that we've added to our system, and as I've spoken about before, a lot of these things you'll add them to your system and you go along to club and it might come up once or twice in a club night, or not at all even. And so you don't really get a lot of practice, and it's hard to feel confident about that new convention if you're about to start playing at a tournament, for example, and you will tend to have some anxiety around that particular convention. So BBO has an amazing tool for this where you can program it to give you specific types of hands, specific point ranges, number of cards in each suit, and so in doing so you can just practice again and again those hand types, that convention, and really get it cemented into your brain. So I mentioned during last week's lesson that you can only do this in practice. You can't do this in any of these competitive or casual tables where you're playing normal duplicate bridge against other tables, because obviously we are working with custom hands here. So you can't play duplicate when you're busy working with your own random set of hands. So we head into practice and we've got a couple of options. We can use a bidding table or we can use a teaching table. The bidding table is pretty self-explanatory. All you do is bid, and the opponents, you can either set them just to pass the entire time, or you can, as host, can control their bidding as well. A teaching table, on the other hand, you will need to control all four hands, or you can insert robots in as the opponents, and you will bid and play the hands, but you don't have to play the hands. You can just bid them, and then once you've done the bidding, go ahead and redeal. One of the other advantages to a teaching table is that once the bidding is completed and one of the defenders is on opening lead, you can actually check the double dummy to see whether you will make the contract that you bid to or not, or should make the contract that you bid to or not. So that's another useful thing that you can do at a teaching table. But the bidding table can be quite nice if you just want the opposition to pass the entire time. So we'll start off with the bidding table, just show you how these things work. As we found out during the live lesson the other night, it's good to set this to invisible, because I actually had a random person join my table, which was weird. The only other thing you need to look at is whether the opponents are going to pass throughout or whether you want to control their bidding. Probably when you're just learning the convention, you just want the opponents to pass throughout, unless it's a convention over the opponent's bidding. For example, if you're practicing interference over your opponent's 1-no trump, Landy, something like that, then obviously you're going to need them to bid. But if you're just practicing, say, responses to 1-no trump openers, then you may be quite happy for the opposition not to bid to begin with. But just remember that when you're learning new conventions, you do need to understand how the bidding is affected by interference. So, for example, a great example is over 1-no trump. If you're playing Stayman and transfers, that's all well and good. If the opposition pass, you can do your thing. What happens if they overcall? Are you still playing Stayman and transfers, or do you revert to natural? It's important to have those discussions with your partner. Same as if your 1-no trump gets doubled. Are you still just playing Stayman and transfers, or do you switch to an entirely different system to defend 1-no trump doubled? So anyway, for the time being, we will just set it to pass throughout and we'll fire up our table. So we don't need to do anything with east and west because they're our opponents. I'll just sit myself in. Oh, I can't actually sit myself in both seats. All right, I'll put a robot in as my partner. So straight away it's going to deal you just a random hand. But we actually want to practice our responses to 1-no trump. So what we're going to do is set it up so that North is always dealer and they're always getting dealt an ACOL 1-no trump opener. So 12 to 14 points in a balanced hand. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So in the menu here, the hamburger menu, you have deal source. And this is where we're going to go to set up the constraints that we need to give North a specific kind of hand. So first thing to do is hit the plus button to add a constraint set. And to start with, we will only need one constraint set. I'll show you some examples later on where you might want to add multiple constraint sets. The dealer is we always want to be North, so just untick the other ones. We'll leave North as the dealer. We don't need to worry about the high card points. And then we're going to hit this constraint button, which is where we can set specific constraints on each of the 4 players on what kind of hands they're going to get. So the most important one is North because we want to give them our balanced hand. So obviously 1-no trump opener and ACOL, they need 12 to 14 points. Minimum 12, maximum 14. And then we are going to play a basic, they can't have a 5-card major, basic balanced hand that you're taught in the beginner lessons. So they can have between 2 and 4 cards in each of the major suits. Anything more or less than that and they wouldn't be considered balanced anymore. And they can have between 2 and 5 cards in each of the minor suits. So that's about as good as we can make it to try and get a balanced hand. Occasionally, North will actually have an unbalanced hand. They'll have 2 doubletons and still meet all of these constraints, in which case you can just redeal. Now the problem that we actually have is that my robot partner is not going to play ACOL. So when they pick up this 12 to 14 balanced hand, they're not going to open 1-no trump. So I actually need to put somebody else into that seat. That's fine, I can manage that. So for the time being, that is all we care about for our 1-no trump opener for North. And at the moment, I'm just going to leave the south hand open-ended so that we can practice all manner of responses to our partner's 1-no trump opener. So that is all there is to it. We've set up the constraints, and if we want, we can hit the little pencil that just changes the name of this constraint. 1-no trump opener. So when you set up multiple constraints, it can be useful to label them so you know which is which. But this is pretty basic to begin with. So I'll just log in as another person on another device so I can jump into that seat. There I am. And remove and reserve. Invite myself. Alright, we're in. So my partner is now going to be the one with all the one no trump hands on my other device. For our constraints to take effect, you just have to redeal. And there we go. And you'll see that the board number is jumped up randomly. That's just to do with the fact that we have put these constraints in place. It's not really relevant. We're not scoring at all, but there's no one to play against. We're just practicing. So my partner, you can't see their hands. I don't know if I can. Can I show you them? Let's have a look at table options. Doesn't look like it on this. Okay. My partner does have, you know what my partner should have. They should have a balanced 12 to 14 count. On this occasion they do. So one no trump opener for my partner. I've got 4, 8, 9 points and a 5 card heart suit. At the moment we're going to assume we're playing a very basic system, the same one that's taught to the beginners. So there's no Stayman and transfers. We're just playing weak takeouts. So 2 hearts, I've got 0 to 10 points, 5 card heart suit. 2 hearts and my partner must pass. It's stuck on east on my other device, so that's not very useful. More technology failures. So this one we obviously know we're going to play in 2 hearts anyway. My partner's going to pass. East-west is set to pass. And when we hit redeal, it's just going to give us a new hand. Our partner is still dealer, and once again they will have a one no trump opener. This time 4, 7, 11, 15. Right, we've got a nice hand here. No 5 card suit, so it's a pretty basic 3 no trump. We know we have to be in game. We have at most 29 points, so it's not really a good enough a slam, especially with 2 balanced hands. And that's still stuck on east. So you can see we can just really hammer out a bunch of hands quite quickly, and that one's got 2 doubletons, so I'm going to redeal again. It's not a balanced hand. Neither is that one. So you can't see what North has. It's on my other device. You just have to trust me. 1 no trump. 4, 6, 8 points. No 5 card suit, so we're just going to pass. Can we see the double dummy? No. Yeah, so we cannot see whether we would make our 1 no trump contract, or whether it's possible to make our 1 no trump contract or not. And when we're at one of these bidding tables, if we use a teaching table, like I said, you are able to. Next one. 1 no trump. 6 points. So once again, we're passing. Okay. Do one more. Once he gets a balanced hand, there we go. 1 no trump, 3, 7, 10, 12, 13 points. 5 card club suit, but no 5 card major. So we're just going to go to 3 no trump, straight to 3 no trump. Since we're not playing Stayman, we can't look for the heart fit. No, it's working now. Partner can pass. We didn't have a heart fit. We didn't miss out on any heart. We've missed out on a big club fit though. Our spade, yeah, no, we're all right with spade. The ace of spades is in the right place, so we'll survive the spades. We'll make 1 spade, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bad club split. may not realise before the finesse can be played. You could be in some trouble here if they get off to a spade lead. 5, 6, you've only got 7 sure tricks, unless you happen to play the club finesse, in which case you'll pick up an extra 3 tricks. But if they get off to a spade lead, you are going to be in some trouble here. But that's all right. Okay, let us leave this table because the bidding tables are really a bit restrictive. And I will show you a back into the practice menu. I'll show you a teaching table, make it invisible again, and we'll jump in there. You'll see there was no option for what the opposition do because you have to control east-west. But what I'll do is I'll sit myself. This is something we couldn't do at the bidding table, so straight away we've got a bit more flexibility. If you just want to practice with yourself, if you and your regular partner want to practice like this on BBO, then more than welcome. It's pretty much what I was doing on that previous table, inviting my other alias. I'm going to sit robots in for the opposition. Actually, no, I won't to start with, because they'll go off and do silly bidding. So I will control them as well. Alright, so once again it deals us a random hand. Because we left the previous table, our constraints are no longer in place. So if we go into deal source, you'll see there's no constraints here anymore. So let's go through the balanced hand, but we'll continue that example and we'll add in transfers, and specifically transfers. So what we're going to do, we've added our constraint set. Once again, we'll make north the dealer and give them the balanced hand. So this is just like that previous example. Let's label this thing again. 1 no trump opener, and north 12 to 14, oops, 43, 143. That's a lot of points. 12 to 14, between 2 and 4 in the majors, and 2 and 5 in the minors. So that's once again our balanced hand setup. This time, because we want to practice transfers specifically, we're going to add another constraint for us as responder. So let's say transfer response. Whoops, don't want 3 constraints. The little bin icon deletes the constraint, as you can probably figure out. So dealer is north, so south. We don't care how many points we have, but we want at least 5 spades. So this will be practicing transfers to spades. Only transfer to spades for the time being. Okay, 5 spades, any number of points. So we could be doing a weak takeout, we could be doing a stronger bid. So we hit redeal and we will see that north gets the balanced hand. You'll be able to see all the hands this time. And that is balanced. I'm not even going to bother counting the points because we've already told it should be 12 to 14. On no trump. I'm just going to pass east and west regardless of what they've got, just for the purposes of this demonstration. And here's our 5 card spade suit that we told it we wanted. We have 4, 7, 8, 10, 12 points opposite our partner's 1 no trump. So first thing, transfer to spades. We can do a little explanation just to practice that. Practice our BBO etiquette. Transfer to spades. That's how you write the suit. Little suit icons if you were ever curious. Exclamation mark C, D, H or S. Transfer to spades. To hearts to transfer to spades. See, there's my little spade icon. Get that out of the way. Pass. My partner will oblige and transfer to spades. Now, what's my rebid? I've got 12 points. Not quite enough for game. I don't know whether we have a spade fit yet or not. If my partner only has 2 spades, remember they can pass my no trump bid. If my partner only has 12 points, we don't have enough for game. So I show my partner I've got 11 to 12 points by bidding 2 no trumps. Partner's got, now I have to count their points, 2, 6, 10, 11, 13. Right, that's not great. We're right in that middle range. Do you accept the invite or not? We're right in the middle of our range. We obviously don't have a spade fit, so we can't go back to spades. Our partners promise us exactly 5 spades. So it's a matter of, do we pass 2 no trump or bid on to 3 no trump? I've got honours spread throughout all the suits, which is not generally a great sign. I've got a 5-card club suit, so that's a plus. Whether my partner has much going on in clubs, no idea. I'm just going to play it safe and pass. I'm playing 2 no trumps. Now this is where we can see the double dummy, because we're at a teaching table. East is about to decide their lead, so we could actually go through and play the hand if we wanted. You could swap these players out for robots now if you wanted, and have and play against the robots, have them defend. We're not going to bother with that, but we can actually, in the hamburger menu, we can now see the double dummy and what the contract should make. So, it looks like we're grossly underbid. So we're going to make, we could possibly make, in a worst case scenario, 2 over tricks on a diamond or a spade lead. If they lead a heart or a club for us, we're going to make 3 over tricks. So we're going to be in 2 no trump, making 4. So on this occasion, pass was not the right thing to do. Yeah, I mean, we're a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spade tricks, 6, 7. We've only got 7 certain tricks, but we're very lucky in the diamonds here. Singleton king of diamonds and no side entries to get into this partner's diamond suit. So there's no way for them to set up this diamond suit, which would be our potential downfall in no trumps. So obviously there's no way we could have foreseen that. Okay, so redeal. North will once again hopefully have a balanced hand. No, they do not. They've got 2 doubletons this time, so we'll just redeal. Our constraints are not perfect. They will from time to time throw up those unbalanced hands. 1 no trump, balance this time. Obviously this hand would not actually pass with this holding, but for the purposes of our, if you're just starting out and you just want to practice it unimpeded, you just ignore what East and West have. Once you're a bit more used to it, you would start to practice. You know, this person would throw in, depending on what their system is, they'd throw in a heart, but if that could be natural, or it could be hearts and a minor. Some people play that. It's certainly got enough points for it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spades. So clearly we're transferring to spades here. Remember, when we set up our constraints, we set it for at least 5 spades, but it could be more. In this case, we've got 7. So transfer to spades. Partner obliges. And with our 2 points, and we've got a void, but still, it's 2 points. We're really not going anywhere. Playing 2 spades. Pass. Double dummy says we will make. On a club lead, we'll make. Anything else, we'll get an over trick. We'll make 3. Could, if we play it right. Okay, so that's just one transfer to spades. What if we want to practice both, the heart and the spade transfer? So back in our deal source, to do this we will need to add another constraint set. It'd be nice if we could just duplicate this one, but I don't believe that's a thing. No, it doesn't look like it. Because our next set of constraints is going to very closely mimic this, but it looks like we're going to have to set it up. So this was our first one, wasn't it? So let's label that one so we know, and we'll call that, if we can use our fancy little symbols in here, spade transfer. No. Spade transfer, and we will call this one heart transfer. You don't have to label these, it just makes it easier to keep track of things if your constraints start to get very complex. So we're going to have to set up our one no trump opener again. First things first, let's make north the dealer, and we'll go in here and one no trump opener. Leave that there, I need that later anyway. North is the opening hand. Oops, 12 to 14, just like we did on the other one. This is basically a duplicate. 2 to 5 and transfer. Transfer response. Oh gosh, spelling's atrocious. South, yes. Any number of points once again. This time we want to have at least 5 hearts. And that's it. So what it will do, if we go back to our constraint sets, it's now going to randomly pick one between these two constraint sets when it does the hand deal. So it's not going to try and do both or anything crazy. It's either going to use our spade transfer constraint set or our heart transfer constraint set. So let's see that in action. Just make sure that we see one of each. So once again, North will have a balance, well, they might have balance hand. They do. One no trump, you can see we've once again got the spade transfer. 4, 6, 9, weak hand. We're just going to transfer to spades and leave it there. 2 spades from the opener, complete the transfer, just pass. And let's try again, see if we can see the heart. There we go. So there's the heart transfer now. One no trump opener. Looks like it's going to be quite nice. 2, 4, 5, 9, 12 points. We're going to transfer to hearts by bidding 2 diamonds. Oh, we should have done our alert. Transfer to hearts. There we go. Transfer to hearts. So our partner 4, 7, 9, 11, 12. 2 hearts from our partner. Complete the transfer. What do we have? 12? 2, 4, 5, 9, 12. So pretty similar to that first one. We're going to bid 2 no trumps with 12. Let our partner, given our partner all the information, let them make the final decision. Oh, we're actually 14, are we? 4, 7, 11, 13, 14. Okay, so we have a big heart fit, 9 card heart fit, 14 points. So we're definitely top of our range. So we obviously want to be in 4 hearts here. So we go straight there. 9 card heart fit. That's where we will play. And I'm sure we'll have no trouble making that. Yep, 4 hearts making on any lead. And let's do another redeal. Because it's totally random which of our 2 constraint sets it picks from, it's not going to just swap between hearts and spades. So we may very well have another 5 card heart suit. No, we're back to spades this time. And then hearts. It's just going to prove me wrong and alternate between them. Spades. There we go. So that one we just had two spades in a row. So totally random the way that it picks your constraint sets. So you may want to then add Stayman in as well. So you can go back into your deal source, and we could add a 4-card. Probably have to add 2 more constraint sets for 4 spades or 4 hearts. Exactly 4 spades or 4 hearts if you're wanting to practice. So let's just do one of them. We won't bother setting up both, but heart Stayman. Okay. Once again, we'll set north as dealer and edit those constraints. So this one's going to be a little bit more involved, not so open. One no trump opener once again. This one we're pretty familiar with. 12 to 14, 2-4, 2-4, 2-5, 2-5 is our one no trump opener again, and we'll add Stayman response. So we are, let's just double check our constraint sets. We're doing it in hearts. So, oops, wrong button. So this constraint here for south, the responder, to use Stayman we need to have at least 11 points. 0 to 10 we're just passing. And we want to have precisely 4 hearts. Not 4 to 13 hearts, because any more than 4 hearts and we're not going to use Stayman anymore, we'll be transferring. So exactly 4 hearts and at least 11 points, because you don't use Stayman with less than 11 unless you're playing garbage Stayman, which you could set up as well. That'll be another thing again. Maybe we can try that next. So Stayman response, that should be about it. Exactly 4 hearts. We could still end up with a 5-card spade suit and 4 hearts and be transferring. Our constraints here don't say we can't have that. You could, I suppose, you could set that to a max of 3 spades if you wanted to make sure you didn't get those transfer, because you've already got them in the other one. There's not much use setting up a Stayman transfer, Stayman practice if you're just going to end up transferring to spades instead of looking for the heart fit. So we've now got 3 constraint sets here, and once again it's just going to randomly pick between those 3. So let's see what it gives us. There we go, straight away we've got our Stayman one. So one no trump opener from north, 4, 7, 8, 11 points. Now remember we set it to have at least 11 and exactly 4 hearts. So 2 clubs Stayman, we don't have to alert Stayman. Partner does not have a 4-card major, so they're going to be 2 diamonds. And we go, okay, no fit. I'm only minimum. I don't know whether there's enough for game, so 2 no trump. And 1, 4, 6, 10, 12. Partner's minimum, so they'll pass 2 no trump. How does that go? Going to make 4. These things happen. Okay. And then the next one probably be a Stayman. I bet we're back to transfer to spades. 10 points. Oh, spades and hearts. It's a pretty nice hand. Opposite a one no trump opener. Guaranteed fit. This might be an interesting one to bid actually. One no trump. Now, a lot of the intermediate players probably already aware of this, but when you have a 5-5 shape like this opposite your partner's one no trump, if you think about this a little and your partner is well behaved, you are guaranteed a fit in one of these suits. Your partner cannot have 2 doubletons to be opening one no trump. So it's really a case of figuring out which one. And we've got a very big hand as well. 4, 6, 10, 13, 14, 18 points opposite 12 to 14. could well be a major slam on here. So first of all, I'm going to transfer to hearts, to spades, and then I'm going to rebid my hearts. Transfer to spades, to hearts. Partner accepts the transfer, and then I'm going to bid 3 hearts, which shows 5 spades, 4 hearts, and forcing to game. Because if my partner doesn't like either of my suits, they're going to bid 3 no trump. If they have 2 spades and 3 hearts, they're going to bid 3 no trump. 3 hearts. Now partner can confirm the spade fit. 4, 7, 8, 11, 13. And they could potentially bid 3 spades here, which is actually a stronger hand. We're not bare minimum, and we do have all our points and 2 suits, which is nice. We've got a pretty good looking club suit as well. Could be handy. So I might bid 3 spades to tell my partner I've got a little bit better than a bare minimum 1 no trump opener. If I'd had just the minimum, I would have gone to 4 spades. But because we're in a game force situation, I can happily bid 3 spades knowing my partner won't pass. I'll be very angry if my partner passes. So partner's now looking at this going, wow, this is pretty nice. If you play loser count, this is only a 4 loser hand. Partner will usually have, if they're showing a stronger 1 no trump opener, they'll usually have 7 losers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as promised. So 4 and 7 is 11. You need 12 for slam. So anything 12 or less for slam. So it's certainly worth a look here. My partner and I play cubids, so we're going to show first or second round control in clubs. A singleton club. That means I've got second round control of clubs. I can't control the first round, but I can control the second. My partner has second round control of diamonds with the king, so they're going to show that. What's our trump suit? Spades. I have control of hearts. That's what my partner wanted to hear. So they can launch into some sort of ace asking. We're going to play Roman key card. 1 or 4, 3 or 0. What I play with my alcohol partners. So how many key cards do I have? 1, 2, 3. 5 diamonds, 3 or 0. Partner's got 1. So we are missing a key card. Yes, we are missing a key card. Let's make sure we're not also missing the Queen of Spades. So 5 hearts, we'll ask partner, do you have the Queen of Trumps? Partner says yes. And normally give some extra information. 5 spades would say no, I don't. Anything above that, it depends how you play it, but you'll normally show some number of kings. The way I play it is that 5 spades would be no, 5 no trumps would be yes, and I don't have any side kings, and so on. 1 king, 2 kings, so on up. Yes, and 1 king. So spades, no trumps is no kings. So I'm going to go 6 clubs. 6 clubs says I have the Queen of Spades and I have 1 king that is not the King of Trumps. Obviously we're in slam now. We can't back out. So that's looking quite good. My partner's got the other 2 kings that aren't the King of Trumps. So we'll have a stab at 6 spades. We know we're missing a key card, so anything higher would be foolish. I mean, from what we can see, 6 spades is not looking good at all. What we can see about the trumps here. But 6 spades. I wonder if this person would be tempted to double. They might be tempted to double. But 6 spades, I'm fairly certain, is going light with King Jack 10 sitting over here. You really need the spade finesse to work, and to only lose one subsequent spade. But not only does the spades finesse not work, but all of the problem spades are sitting over the ace queen here. So we're probably going to go a couple light by the looks. Double dummy, 1 light. Oh, not too bad under the circumstances. Well, anyway, that was a fun bidding sequence. Our next one is back to heart transfer. Another heart transfer. So you see it's totally random what it gives us. Now we're back to the heart Stayman. So if we wanted to set this up properly, we'd now need to add another constraint here for the spade Stayman. And maybe you would edit this, also change it so, this one, they could also have 4 spades, and that would allow you to then practice when you've got both the majors. If you did want to add garbage Stayman, you'd need to add another constraint set where you have both the majors and a weak hand. If you wanted to practice your 2 spade transfer to a minor or / rangefinder, you can do that as well. That would look a little something like 2 spade. We'll just call it 2 spade. I won't bother doing the setting up the balanced hand again, because you've all seen that. So 2 spade response, 2 spade response. So this time south, they're going to have, there's a few different things that they could have here, isn't there? We might need to set up, actually this could be quite interesting. I think we'll need to set up multiple constraints for south, and then my suspicion is it will pick between them. So I might actually set this one up properly, because it'll be a good opportunity to check. So one option we have for our 2 spade is a transfer to a minor, and usually weak. Normally if you've got a bigger hand, you're not going to bother with the transfer, or you're going to bid directly to the minor or something. So your transfer to a minor is usually weak. So between 0 and 10 points with a 6 card minor. So we'll start with diamonds. Let's edit that, make it a bit clearer. Weak diamonds. Since we're going to do this properly, we will need to add in our opening constraints as well. 1 no trump opener, north, 14, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 5 is our balanced hand. The order of these things is completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter that I added the responder first and now we've got the opener. It doesn't matter. So what I do want to see is whether it's going to work to add multiple constraints for one person. So weak clubs, once again we're south, we've got 0 to 10 points, and this time a 6 card club suit. Okay, and the third one would be when you're using it as a rangefinder. Rangefinder. This one's going to be quite specific. So you're going to have 11 to 12 points. You wouldn't do a rangefinder with less. You just bid straight to game. And you won't have anything more than 3 cards in the majors. Otherwise you would have used Stayman or transfers. And you're probably not going to have more than 5 cards in a minor. If you had a 6 card minor and an invitational hand, this 11-12 range, certainly in my system I would bid 3 clubs or 3 diamonds directly as an invitational 6 card suit. Invitational bid 6 card suit. So I'm going to cap it at 5 of the minor there. Okay. See if this works. So let's get rid of these guys. So we're now just practicing our 2-spade response to 1 no trump. And redeal. If it doesn't like it, it'll tell me straight away. Okay, that's worked. So it's balanced. 1 no trump. And it looks like we might have the rangefinder hand here. 2, 5, 9, 11, 12. Yeah. So this is the rangefinder hand. We can't Stayman or transfer. We don't have 4 or 5 card major. We can't bid straight to 3 no trump because we've only got 12 points. So 2 spades, minor, transfer or rangefinder. Am I going to fit? Oh yeah, it fits. 2 spades. Now partner goes 4, 5, 7, 10, 13. Are they top or bottom of their range? I'm going to say bottom just because I got scattered honours. So 2 no trump, bottom of my range. Once again that should be alerted. Bottom of range. And we only had 12 points, didn't we? So we should really pass. We've actually got 25 points. So we may have missed out on a game here. Again, for the 3rd time today. Yes, we have. Making 4 once again. I mean, again, we're pretty lucky. Oh. Yeah, you are pretty lucky that you don't get hammered in clubs. These clubs that are sitting here, this guy can actually get to his partner with a heart lead, but the 6 of clubs is not a dangerous card because you can just let it run, and this guy's going to find himself back in his hand again and no way to get to his partner to lead a club again. So that's a little bit lucky. So yeah, so that seems to be working. Let's have another check. And it looks like we've got the minor transfer this time. 1 no trump. 2, 4, 8, 10. 6 card diamond suit. 4 card spade suit, but we don't have the 11 points we need for Stayman. So 2 spades. I won't bother with the explanation, the alert again, just to save on time. 2 spades, partners, 4, 7, 8, 9, 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 14. Top of his range this time, so he bids 3 clubs rather than 2 no trumps. Pass or correct. Correct to 3 diamonds. And so now the opener knows it was the weak transfer, which is they're not entirely unhappy about, given their 4 diamonds holding there. But you don't know how weak your partner is, so you can't bid on. Could go quite well actually. Making 4, 5 if they happen to lead a small club, which they're not going to because they have the ace king. So making 4. So we're in a good spot there. One more. This one probably won't be balanced. We've done pretty well so far with our balance. No, we're good. 1 no trump, 2, 5, 7 points, massive club suit. So again, we're going to do our transfer to a minor. 2, 6, 8, 12, 13, pretty flat, scattered honours, go for minimum again, correct to 3 clubs. North had a bid 3 clubs to show maximum, then South is just passing. How does that go? Easy, making 4 again. Alright, so that's a little bit of an example around balanced hands. Another one that we can do that Kate has taught recently in the intermediate lessons is Checkback Stayman. So Checkback Stayman is over no trump rebids. So we can actually use our existing deal source and just tweak it a little. Let's just Checkback Stayman. So North is no longer 1 no trump opener, but I'm going to say no trump rebid. We won't say 1 no trump rebid because it could be any level. So this time, now North has got more than a minimum opening hand. They're going to have somewhere between 15 and 19 points. 15. So they might be looking at doing a minimum no trump rebid or a jump no trump rebid. But that's the other thing. When you're playing Checkback Stayman, you can now look to do your no trump rebids with a 5-card major, because Checkback allows you to find the 5-3 fit. So we need to just adjust our definition of a balanced hand slightly because we're playing Checkback Stayman. Okay. Now, do I want any constraints for the responder? Probably not. I mean, you could add some some constraints there. Maybe you might want to just ensure they have a major, I suppose. But you could be just looking for, let's just leave it as is for the time being, keep it simple. So we've just got the no trump rebid for Checkback Stayman. Redeal, see what we get. What we will want, actually, well, this one looks like it's going to be okay. We will want South to have a minimum of 8 points. That's what you need for Checkback Stayman over Eccles system. Right, so this hand is balanced by our new definition of being allowed a 5-card major. 3, 5, 9, 10, 14, 18. Big balanced hand. So we start off with a 1 spade. We're playing Eccles, so that only promises 4. 3, 5, 8, 9. So 1 no trump. We're not quite strong enough to bid 2 clubs. And we would never want to mislead our partner. Unfortunately, that is going to disrupt our sequence a little bit. There ain't going to be any Checkback Stayman happening there. 18, I mean, it's just going to be straight to probably 3 no trump. So let's just tweak our deal source slightly, because I want the responder to have at least 6 points, 8 points. Responder must have, oops, no, it is south, isn't it? Responder must have at least 8 points. So some of these are still not going to end up being checkback hands, but sometimes you're not unhappy about that because it gives you a chance just to practice some other things as well, and that's not balanced. So redeal, you're not then getting stuck in a rut of knowing what's coming. You do still have to do a bit of thinking if there's a bit of variety going on. Alright, so that should be balanced. 4, 7, 11, 15, 16, so we know we're going to come back with a no trump rebid. 1 spade, 4, 7, 9 points again, so once again we're going 1 no trump, so still not that useful unfortunately on this occasion. 16 points, your partner's responded 1 no trump. You could throw out a 2 no trump bid there, or pass, up to you. If your partner's only got 6 points, then 2 no trumps could be a bit hairy. Give it a go, 2 no trump. If they have 9, then you could be missing out on game. So 4, 7, 9, they have 9, so accept that invite. This will be the one time that we finally bid 3 no trumps and it goes light. Oh no, we're all good. Alright, do a few more of these. Oh gosh, that's an interesting hand down there. It's not balanced unfortunately. That would require no checkback stayman anyway. With a 7 card heart fit, as soon as your partner does their no trump rebid, you know that you've got a heart fit. So okay, still not balanced. There we go. Right, 1 club. 1, 4, 6, 10, 13, 15 points. 1 club looking at a no trump rebid. 4, 7, 9 points again. It's a popular number. We'll bid our spades. Now we can finally do our 1 no trump rebid. One no trump. Okay. So our partner is balanced. They obviously don't have 4 spades for us, or they would have supported our suit, but they could have 3. So we are interested in trying to find a 5-3 spade fit here, and that is where we can use checkback stayman. So 2 clubs, checkback stayman. And I don't actually know the version of checkback stayman that Kate taught recently, but it is quite common to use 2 diamonds as not having either major, and then some people will play 2 no trumps as both, or some people do it the other way around where 2 diamonds shows both. If you just have 1, you bid it. Some people will just have, if they have both, they will just bid the lower, and if their partner doesn't agree with it, then they'll bid the other one after that, or their partner can bid the other one after that. So in this case, our partner is asking us, do you have a 4-card heart suit and or a 3-card spade suit? We obviously don't have a 4-card spade suit because we would have supported our partner straight away. So we don't have a 4-card heart suit, we do have a 3-card spade suit. So we're just going to bid our spades. 2 spades says I have exactly 3 spades. Now we know about our spade fit. 4, 7, 9 points. Partner has got 15 to 17. We might be a little short. We're not great on loser count. It's, I think, probably an invite. 2 flat hands. 6, 10, 13, 15, bottom of their range. So pass. Playing 3 spades. See if we stopped in the right place for a change. Oh, yeah, we did. We're going light. Certainly not making 4 spades. So, well stopped. We're always going to end up in 3 spades with 24 points between us. We did well to stay out of 4. One club, lower of our 2 4-card suits. 4, 6, 9, 10. We bid our diamonds first. We've got lengthened diamonds. Now our partner is not going to bid hearts because we're playing Checkback Stayman. So we will still find our 4-4 heart fit if it exists because of Checkback Stayman, if our partner has enough to speak, which they will most of the time. It's only if they've got 6 or 7 points. They must have at least 6 to respond. I say must, but they should have at least 6 points to respond. So it's only when they've got 6 or 7 that they can't use Checkback Stayman. So we're going to make our no trump rebid 2, 6, 7, 11, 13, 17. So we're in just the minimum no trump rebid. And partner is interested in, there could be a spade fit there. Our partner may have 4 spades and not yet have bid them. They could be 4 clubs and 4 spades. It's completely feasible. So we will use checkback. Checkback. Throw a club bid out there. Okay, partner has 4 hearts but does not have 4 spades, so they're just going to bid hearts. Show their 4-card heart suit. No interest. Here we were looking for a spade fit. Partner would have bid. Well, depends how we're playing it. As I said, it depends how we're playing it. But maybe I should just have a quick nosy at that. Let's have a quick nosy. It won't take us too long. Whoops, New Zealand Brain Institute. New Zealand Bridge. Learn Bridge, lesson oops. Intermediate. Let's have a look at what you were taught about Checkback Stayman. 2 clubs. 2 diamonds shows both. Yeah, okay. So 2 diamonds shows both. So our partner has bid hearts, which says they have 4 hearts but not 4 spades. If they had had 4 hearts and 4 spades, they would have bid 2 diamonds. So we don't have a spade fit. We've got 10 points. Our partner has to have at least 15. That's good enough for game. So off we go. 3 no trump. Don't muck around. 2 no trump would be an invite and our partner could pass it. We don't want them to pass it because we're going to make 4 or 5 no trump. Alright, one more. Okay, 3, 5, 9, 13, 15. Long spade suit. This one's not going to be a check back because we're going to support our partner's spades. Redeal. Oh, this is very similar to our last one. Alright, 4, 6, 7, 11, 12, 15 points again. Start with our clubs. Lower of our 2 4-card suits. Partner has only got 8 points. Long suit is diamonds, so we bid those. Now we do our 1 no trump rebid. Now South is interested in a spade fit. There could still be a spade fit, just like that previous hand. This is pretty much the exact same shape, I think. We could have a 4-4 fit in spades because we have 8 points, we've got enough to checkback Stayman. We can tolerate 2 no trump if we don't find a fit. So checkback 2 clubs. This time partner is going to bid spades, denying 4 hearts but promising 4 spades. And we found our major fit. We're only minimum though, just a minimum hand, so we'll just bid 3 spades. If our partner has 17, then yeah, we want to be in game. Partner only has 15 though, so pass. And we will make game, making 4. Gosh, even with that horrible split. Got a 5-0 split, and it still makes, might not be easy. So, heart finish works. God, terrible diamonds split too. I can't imagine it's going to be much fun trying to make 4 spades on that. Alright, so that is an example of checkback Stayman. Next one we'll take a look at is big hands. So this one is actually going to use actually let's just kill that. We'll start a new constraint set. Big hands. So for this one, all we need to do is make south dealer for a change. Oh no, let's keep it consistent. North dealer. All we're going to do is fiddle with this north-south high card point. So to practice big hands, I'm going to say like 30. We're going to have at least 30 points between us. So sometimes we're going to have enough for slam, but we're always going to be in that range of do we or don't we. So it's quite good just to practice figuring out whether slam is on or not, and making sure you bail out when you should. Other than that, we don't need any constraints. We're not practicing 2 no trump openers or anything specific. We're just going to practice big hands in general. And so this means we get to practice a whole lot of other stuff. So it could be a no trump rebid, it could be a no trump opener, it could be a 2 club opener. We'll get to practice a whole bunch of stuff, but the key point is we'll get to do a lot of ace asking and figure out whether we have slam on or not. So redeal. Let's see what we have. 3, 6, 10, 12, 13 points in a long diamond suit. Open our diamonds. 4, 7, 9, 10, 14, 17 points in a massive heart suit. 1 heart. I'm not playing any system where I jump with a big hand. The system I play, if I jump to 2 hearts here, it would show a very weak hand with a whole lot of hearts. Alright, that's my rebid. So I could either bid 316. I could either rebid my diamond, just rebid my diamonds or rebid my clubs, but there's no point in rebidding 2 diamonds. I can't bid 3 diamonds, I'm not strong enough, I've only got 13 points. If I bid 2 diamonds, I'm still not promising 6, so I might as well bid 2 clubs. I'll promise the same number of diamonds, but show that I have a club suit. Okay, partner's got his huge hand. Now we've got to make sure that we do something that's forcing. I don't want my partner to pass if I rebid my hearts, and what I want to do is rebid my hearts. So, what are my options here? Obviously 2 hearts is not an option. 3 hearts could be an option. It depends on your partnership agreement as to whether 3 hearts is forcing or not. If it is not, then you're going to have to either take a punt and bid to 4 hearts, potentially be missing out on slam. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you've only got 5 losers, your partner should have 7. So that is slam territory. If you just jump to 4 hearts, you're very likely missing out on slam. So that's not really a great option. We could bid 4th suit forcing, bid spades, 2 spades, it's 4th suit forcing, 4th suit forcing. Doesn't promise a spade suit at all, just asks my partner to better describe their hand. If they have 3 hearts, that gives them an opportunity to bid them. Unfortunately, they still don't know that I have 6 hearts. So partner's just going to rebid their diamonds in this situation because we haven't yet told our partner about our 6th diamond. 3 diamonds. So that diamond bid would deny having 3 hearts. You would absolutely have bid 3 hearts if you had them. Let's say we had 3 hearts and no spades. So same shape, but 3 hearts and no spades. You would bid your hearts instead of showing the extra diamond because you really want to find that major fit. So 3 diamonds denies having 3 hearts, and it shows a 6th diamond. We've already shown, with our 2 club bid, we've already shown 5 diamonds and 4 clubs. So now we're looking at 6 diamonds and 4 clubs, 4 plus clubs. And at most 2 hearts. So, and now we're back to a question of how you play your 4th suit forcing, whether it's game forcing or forcing for just one round. If I bid 3 hearts here, can it be passed? That's my question. I still want to try and find a heart fit. But my partner could still have 2 hearts for me. So, for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to play a game forcing, 4th suit forcing. In fact, most people don't play that, so you would have to figure out some way of asking again in hearts. But 3 hearts would show 6 hearts and be forcing to 3 no trump. So now partner can confirm the heart fit. And now we can go looking for slam. Because we knew right away that we might have an interest in it if we could find a fit. So I'm still playing my Roman key card. Key cards, we only have the ace, diamonds and hearts, just the one. So 5 clubs shows 1 or 4 key cards. In my system, I know lots of you play it the other way around, 0 or 3, or 1 or 4. 5 clubs, and so I know my partner has got 1 key card because I've got 3. I've got ace of spades, king of trumps, and the ace of clubs. 1, 2, 3, and I've got the queen. My partner's got 1. That's good enough for slam in my book. So 6 hearts. Certainly no chance of 7. We're missing a key card. Could well be the ace of hearts. And it is the ace of hearts. See if we have any better luck with our slam this time around. Hey! So we can make, if we play it well, bit of a nasty trump split, but a lovely diamond suit with a couple of entries to it. So you probably do have to get the hearts right though. Thinking you could potentially lose to the ace of hearts and the 10 of hearts quite easily. If the defender puts the ace of hearts up for you quickly, that would be helpful. But if they don't put it on the first 2 rounds of hearts, that is going to be problematic. So yes, it can make, but you may have to get a bit lucky or finesse the 10 of hearts, which doesn't seem a very obvious play. Right, have another go, see what we get this time. 3, 4, 5, 7, 10. Gosh, can't even open. 6 card heart suit, but it doesn't have the necessary honours for a weak 2 or a multi 2. Pass. This guy actually would open in the real world, but we'll ignore them. 4, 7, 11, 14, 15, 19, 21. 21 unbalanced. So 2 club opener. 3, 4, 5, 7, 10. Good enough to bid my suit. 8 plus and at least 5 hearts. Ooh, nice heart fit. 1, 2, 3, 4. My partner has shown me a reasonable hand. They're a passed hand, so we know they don't have 12 points, but they are in the vicinity of 8 to 11 points. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 losers. They could definitely have 8 losers. It's very, very possible, which is what we need for slam, so it's certainly worth a look here. So we can confirm the fit and show interest in slam by just going 3 hearts. If we bid 4 hearts, that's fast arrival, suggesting less interest in slam, but we definitely have slam interest, so we'll go 3 hearts. I won't bother with Q bidding this time. We'll just keep it simple and go straight to, what has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losers. Long heart suit. Well, partner said they're interested in slam, so we could probably have just bid 4 hearts there just to say that we are at the low end, but we're not really at the low end, are we? 3, 4, 5, 10 points, 8 losers. It's not bad. 8 losers is sort of an invitational hand as responder. It's not a bad hand. I think it's definitely worth getting straight into it. Roman keycard and hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4 keycards. 5 clubs shows 1 or 4. And they have got none. So we're missing a key card, which we can see as the Ace of Spades. Let's ask about the Queen of Hearts. Make sure we're not missing that as well. 5 diamonds asks about the Queen of Hearts. 5 hearts says I don't have it. Okay, so we're missing a key card and the Queen of Hearts. Probably safe just to pass. Unfortunately, we don't know our partner has 4 hearts. If we knew that, we might not care about missing the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, we should have gone making 7. Trumps behave. Oh, you make 6 if they lead the Ace of Spades. That's the only thing that we can lose. If they don't lead it, we're going to throw out the spades on the clubs. Set these clubs up and throw out all the spades over here. The hearts will fall. Alright, we'll do one more and then have a look at another one. 4, 8, 10, 11, 15, 18, and not balanced. We've got a singleton, so we're just going to open 1 heart. 3, 5, 6, 10, 12. We're playing our calls, so we don't yet know about a heart fit. We respond with the biggest of our 2 5-card suits. If we come back in clubs, we want it to look like we've got 5 diamonds. 5, 16. Yeah, we've got enough for the 2 level, so 2 diamonds. Partner will now bid their spades, and we'll have to bid 2 spades, which is breaking the barrier. The barrier is 2 hearts because we opened 1 heart, but that's fine because we've got 18 points, so we're more than happy to break the barrier. And our partner has 10 points, so we are absolutely in a game 4 situation. As soon as we make this reverse bid, breaking the barrier, both players should know you're now in a game 4 situation. 5 hearts, 4 spades. Most likely. 95% of the time. Okay. So 5 hearts. So we do have a fit with our partner if they do have 5 hearts, which, as I said, they're going to have 5 hearts 95% of the time. The only time they won't is if they had started with a singleton diamond and 4. No, because then they would have opened 1 club. Yeah. No, it is just about certain. I cannot think of any possible hand shape where they don't have 5 hearts here. Because they haven't made a balanced bid. Unless they don't want to support diamonds, maybe. Yeah, could be. Could be that they have a diamond suit. 4 diamond. No, even that wouldn't really. No. I think that just about guarantees 5 hearts. Okay, so let's support our partner's hearts. We've actually got a pretty nice hand here. 12 was it? 2, 5, 6. 12 points. Void in spades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losers opposite our partner's opening hand. So again, we can use this concept of fast arrival. We could bid straight to 4 hearts, but that would show a weaker hand. We've got a bit more than we've promised our partner at least 10 points with our 2 diamond bid, but we've got a bit more than that. We've got 12 points in a void, so I think we can be a bit more constructive. We can bid 3 hearts and promise and show some slam interest in hearts. 8, 10, 11, 15, 18 points. We've got a singleton. That's pretty nice. 1, 2, 3, 5 losers. Okay. Well, I think it's certainly worth a look at slam. So, no trump. Roman key card again. South has got 2 key cards. With the king of trumps and the ace of diamonds, and they're missing the queen, so 5 hearts shows 2 key cards and not the queen of hearts. North has got 1, 2, 3 key cards and the queen of hearts. So we have all the key cards and the queen of trumps. So that's pretty good. Is there a possibility of Grand Slam here? It's hard to say. Our partner is kind of open-ended. They never limited their hand. We know they have at least 10, or probably a bit more than at least 10 because of their slam interest bid, but there's nothing to they could have 17 points or something like that. We could have 35 between us. So it could be worth a look. 5 no trumps would be well, beyond this, it really depends on your system. For the sake of this simplicity here, we'll just play a basic king ask. So clubs would be 0, diamonds 1, hearts 2. But you can do much more elaborate things. And we exclude the king of trumps because that's already been counted. So 0. We've only got the king of trumps down here, so we can go 6 clubs. So we've got 0 other kings. That means we are missing, we've got the king of diamonds, we're missing the king of clubs and the king of spades. So yeah, Grand Slam looks unlikely. We'll just settle for 6 hearts. How's it looking? Making 7. Making 7 on any lead. And that is probably because of the void and spades. So the fact we're missing the king of spades is irrelevant, and the king of clubs, because we're singleton in one and void in the other. The diamonds split evenly, so we'll settle those up. The hearts split evenly, so you've got plenty of room for roughing clubs. You throw away one of your clubs on the... One club goes on the ace of clubs, another club goes on the ace of spades, and you will be able to rough 2 more clubs, and then your 5th one will come good, actually. And you've got 2 discards on the diamonds. You're probably going to have to rough a spade before you draw trumps. Or it can go on the 5th club. But yeah, can make 7. 6 will be a breeze. Very nice. So that's how you can practice big hands of any sort of type. Obviously, if you want to practice 2 no trump openers, then you just set up your constraints for a 20 to 22 balanced. If you want to practice 2 club openers, then just set up one of the people to be 20 plus of any shape, and you can practice your 2 no trump and your 2 clubs. But this way here, you get to practice all kinds of different hands, which is quite nice. I quite like it. Okay, let's take a look at a bit of interference. So, Landy, another thing that Kate has taught to the intermediates. So this time, we want one of the opponents to be dealer, because they're going to open 1 no trump and we're going to use our Landy bids over them. So we'll set East to be dealer this time. So 1 no trump opener, our usual formula for that, except this time it's for East. Still 12 to 14, 2 and 4, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, 2 and 5. And Landy. So South, because they're going to be directly after the 1 no trump opener, so that's fine. We need, I don't know what, it probably depends on your partnership agreement a little bit, but some sort of an intermediate hand. With 16 points, you're going to double 1 no trump, so your max will be 15. With anything less than 10, I'd be passing. You might play that as 10 to 15 instead of 11 to 15, up to you. And we will have at least 4-4 in the minors, in both the majors. Other than that, we don't care what else we have. But we're going to have at least 4 hearts and at least 4 spades. And there, we're set up for Landy. At least 11 points. We don't know what our partner's going to have. That's completely random. You could constrain your partner if you wanted. You could make sure they have some points, for example, but they're going to have to bid over your Landy bid anyway. They can't pass it, so yeah. Alright, let's give Landy a go. So East will be dealer now, because that is what we told it to do. That looks balanced to me. 1 no trump from East. Oh gosh, that's that's an interesting one. 6-5 in the majors. It's very, very off shape. 9-11 points. I don't know if you actually would bid that, Landy. You might. I play a more advanced system where I would be bidding 2 diamonds to show that I'm single suited in a major, even though I'm not single suited in a major. I'm 2 suited in a major. I suppose you could still bid Landy here, because if your partner comes back with 2 diamonds just telling you to pick, well, you'll go with spades. Otherwise you'll be perfectly happy whichever one they choose. So 2 club, Landy. Now you must alert Landy. I once played, and you shouldn't just say Landy actually, you should say 4 plus in majors, something like that, and 11 to 15. That is how you should alert these sorts of things. Same if you're playing Michaels, Cubids, unusual 2-no trump. Everybody plays them differently, so just saying Michaels is not good enough. You should just say what the bid says about your hand. In this case, it's at least 4 in both the majors and 11 to 15 points. That's what we tell them. 2 clubs. Okay. Partner has not a whole lot of points. They have to bid. They can't leave 2 clubs. Well, yeah, they've got quite nice clubs, but no, you cannot leave 2 clubs in. 3 spades is fine. 3 spades is perfectly good. So they're gonna bid 2 spades here, just to state their preference. They're weak. They certainly aren't going to be jumping or anything more than that. No, just 2 spades. And partner will be quite happy to play in 2 spades. Maybe even wondering about pushing on with a hand that good. It might be worth an invite. What does it make? Yeah, makes 4. So yeah, probably was. Well, is your partner going to accept an invite with 5 points? You might, if you're going to go, you might just have to take a punt. Right, let's take another look at that one. Balance again. 3, 6, 10, 12. This time with 5 hearts, 4 spades. This is a bit more of a sensible looking Landy hand. Same alert as last time. I won't bother typing it out. 2, 5, 6. Partner's weak again, but 4 hearts. Singleton spade. Not bad. Although probably opposite some of your partner's points. 2 hearts. Found the better of the 2 majors as well. So we're making game again. No, just 3 this time. So that's Landy, an example of Landy. So that's about all that I have on my list for the evening. As I said, if you have any questions about anything that I've covered in this video, then just make a comment on YouTube and I will respond to that, or you can send me an email. If you have questions about how to set up for a specific convention and you're just not quite sure how to do it, then let me know and I can flick you back some screenshots, or I can even send you the code. I'll show you this deal source. So in advanced, see all this nonsense here, that is actually essentially computer code, and you can just copy and paste that. So if you're having trouble setting up a specific convention, I'm more than happy to do that for you, and I can just send you this bit of code and you can paste it into here and then you'll be good to go. Actually, the one last thing I should show you, and I did show this in the actual live lesson, but if you are at a table with your actual partner, you probably want to take turns at practicing the different bits of the convention. You know, if you're doing Checkback Stayman, one of you will want to be the no trump rebidder, the opener that does the no trump rebid, but you'll want to swap over so that you can see both sides of the conversation. So in here, you can actually, in the advanced tab, you can randomly rotate the deals 180 degrees. So that will switch between, for our Landy example here, it will switch between east and west being dealer. You don't have to change anything else, just that one. So now if I redeal, at some point west will end up on as the opener. Still east, still east, still east. There we go. Just when I'm starting to lose hope. So now you can see that west is on deal and north is the one with the Landy hand instead of east and south. So that one's really useful for just both parties in the partnership practicing the convention. So I hope you found that useful. I find it has been a really useful tool while I've been learning and adding to my system, and I still use it for some of the more advanced stuff that I'm still adding to my system with different people. So I think it's an invaluable tool. So once you get your head around it, you'll certainly find it very useful, I hope. So thanks for tuning in, and we will be in touch with where we go next with all these lessons that we've been doing. Thanks a lot. Bye.